PR Connections Radio presents.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Evelyn's Roundtable. This podcast highlights a host of relevant topics. Our conversations share voices of women of color, Black women veterans and veterans, allies, candidates, and elected officials, entrepreneurs, teachers, students, and others. We also explore important issues and challenges such as grassroots leadership, job training, homelessness, and mental health advocacy, accountability, male inclusion, and civics. Our mission statement is to empower all women. Do you hear me? All women to hold hands as we rise. Well, look at who I have on here, everybody. The Honorable, yes, Sgt Dixie. Wow, one of my mentors, also too. Somebody I don't mind getting into good trouble with, and just very happy and honored to have you on here. And thank you for being on here. And like me and Dixie,
Thank
we
you
both
for having
Army.
me.
Hey, we finna get to work, huh? So, please, Dixie, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself so everybody out here in Streamland know a little bit about you?
Sgt Dixie is a nickname that my guys gave me way back. I'm actually Sergeant First Class Thompson, U.S. Army retired. And I've been retired for longer than I served. I have 2 boys. I have 2 granddaughters and 1 grandson now. We've added to the family. I believe in having multiple streams of income, so I have home-based businesses, and I also write books really for all veterans, but the covers usually say women veterans, and I tell the guys, look, if the word women bothers you, pull out your crayons, cross it out, and keep reading, because I try to put out information that is useful to anyone who has ever worn the uniform.
Yes. So, wait a minute. Since you were Army like me, hey, what did you do when you're in the military?
I'm sorry, my newest book is Affirm with Action, and it goes with my journal, The Power of Op Plans, which is a goal-setting journal. And of course, the journal is big enough so you can write and draw and doodle or whatever you want to do with it. The affirmation book is pocket size. You can stick it in your back pocket if you want, carry it with you, and have little motivational quotes and affirmations and just little thought prompts to keep you going through the day.
Okay. And what was your MOS in the military?
I started out as one of the first military police women. And later, when the MP and MI Corps split, I went to the MI side as a traffic analyst, linguist, and cryptanalyst.
And were you stateside? Did you serve overseas?
Oh, geez. My first duty station was Frankfurt, Germany as an MP. And after that, I was at Vint Hill Farms, Virginia, otherwise known as the Antenna Farm. It was an ASA site or Intel site. I was a desk sergeant there. I took a short break in service to take care of some family things. And when I came back in, I was out in California for the Language Institute. And then Texas, Massachusetts, all over the place, Maryland. Then to Korea, back to Washington State. And then my twilight tour was Hawaii.
Ooh. And I want to, so I know we can go back. Oh gosh, let's see. I mean, we've known each other a while, but I want to kind of
Couple days.
yeah, we just met each other at the bus stop, y'all. We just and that I want to go back to a part of my life when we were out at the hotel where you do but you talk about your book and everything else, but there was a time when we had a conversation about me being a veteran. That was a very interesting conversation.
There are so many women I meet, and I tell them I was in the Army, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, I did time in the National Guard, or I did this, I did that, but I'm not a veteran." I had one gal tell me that she received something from the VA after she had got out, and she just threw it away without reading it because I'm not a veteran. That doesn't apply to me. And like with you, I gave her a little swat upside the head and said, "Excuse me, did you put on a uniform? You're a veteran."
Yes. And you know what? And now that after my swat in the head, because I tell that story a lot to let other women know, it's interesting that I'm running across that too. It's interesting to me, how we all do the military, we go in there, we serve, we some are serve longer than me, but yet we don't consider ourselves veterans. And I know even with me though, because I stayed stateside, I thought, okay, I can't be a veteran. I didn't go cross seas. I didn't do wars. When I got in, there was nothing really happening when I got in '85. So it's interesting. I'm finding that a lot.
That was kind of a quiet period for a few years there.
Yeah, only that quiet part, right? Only quiet for that time. But it's something, that us veteran women don't think of ourselves. And something else too, being I don't wear a hat of retired veteran. I just don't do that. I have my shirts on and things like that. And I know there's been several times where I've been standing next to a guy that has a hat on and they'll address him, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't address us, even though the shirt's right there, biggest day,
If they do address you, they ask you if it belongs to your husband, your brother, your son, your, whatever. And I have gotten to the point where I have a pink Army hat. Kind of lets them know that, there's girls there. But also, I wear my Women Veterans of Nevada shirts quite a bit. It brings attention to the fact that, yes, women serve. Yes, we do the same jobs. We look better doing it, but we're doing the same job, okay?
Yeah, we do.
People are always surprised. And I don't know why. I mean, women have been serving from the time the country was founded. It wasn't until, 48, I think, 46, 48, when Truman signed the act integrating women into the services, making them official. And that's another thing. Right now, the bee in my bonnet is about the Cadet Nurse Corps, which was only around from 42 to 47, I think. I can't think right offhand, but they are the only women who served during World War II in uniform who have not been granted veteran status yet.
Oh,
And
wow.
as a matter of fact, one of the women who did serve, Lorraine Demarest, we're having a celebration for her coming up in a few weeks. She will be turning 100 years old. And I have made sure that she has been made an honorary member of the Women Veterans of Nevada. And I even had a special ID card made up for her, saying that she is a Uniformed Services Veteran of the United States. So
Isn't that something? I just wow. I mean, we're 2025 and oh my goodness, still things are happening like that. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, everything's good." No, everything is not good.
No.
Everything is not good. No, it's not.
No.
And I know me and you and Donna Lee, another good mentor of mine, we started Nevada Sisters United. And it's I really love that all three of us are doing this together, and we go to US Vets once a month to just for information purposes, right? We're not going in there to yell, scream. We're just going in there to support the women that are in there.
That's what it's about. It's supporting the women.
Yes. And we also know that there's some issues with veteran women housing here and jobs and people don't really even realize too there's homeless women veterans too.
Yes.
They people don't even think about that. They just think again that
And
go ahead.
it's hard to find the women veterans that are homeless because on the street, if they let it be known that they're veterans, it's assumed that they're getting some type of aid or assistance, and it makes them a victim. So most of them will not even admit that they served, even if they think they're veterans. Which, like we said, a lot of the women who served don't consider themselves veterans. So it makes it difficult to help them when they really can't admit that they are veterans without making themselves a target.
Isn't it something? Because it's been a little over a year that I finally did my claim and been out of there since 92. And again, when I just went and did my thing, went and did my thing, had the kids, went to work, went to college. Okay. And here I am in Nevada, and I have Sgt Dixie smacking it beside my head and saying, "What are you doing? What do you mean? What's going on with you?" And and I'm like, well, wait a minute, it's really an awakening. And even now, like I said, when I ask women about their claims and they really don't think they deserve it, they don't think they should have it.
Well, they're afraid that they're taking something away from somebody else that needs it. But the truth of the matter is that for every veteran who puts in a claim and is approved, whether you use that money or not, Congress has to allot money for each veteran who is on that list. And if you're not using it, then it's available for somebody who does need it more. So by not registering, you're actually hurting your fellow veterans.
I'm going to use that next time because I do. I don't need it, or oh, it's too late, or their age, and I'm like, what does that got to do with anything? That's yours. You earned it.
I have a friend, Vietnam vet, who it took me, oh Lord knows how many years, talking to him to convince him to put in his claim. He finally put it in. A year afterward, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Because he'd got his claim in and been approved, the VA took care of him, brought him through it all.
That's
At which point he decided that maybe Sgt Dixie wasn't so stupid after all.
maybe. Yeah, I mean, I like my benefits, and I go to the doctors. I got to try the dentist part out. Haven't did that yet, but it's really. I mean, help me with my blood work. Kind of slow me down on eating goodies because my blood work came back not good last time. I was like, oh, So it's a plus. It really is, and even I know you were talking about the books that you've been doing and everything, and one in particular that plus Yes, we got to make sure you go on Amazon, right? Dixie, can you tell us one more time where to get your books at before I talk about the one that I really like?
Go on Amazon, look for Dixie L. Thompson or Dixie Thompson. And there is another Dixie L. Thompson who is a professor of physiology out at the University of Tennessee. So if it's talking about your body, forget it. It'll have women veterans or something of that sort in the title if it's mine. There are 7 books right now, along with the ones that I have co-authored.
Wow. You hear that, everybody? 7 books. Oh my gosh. And then you think, oh, when does she got time for that? Because she's all over the place. I mean, literally everywhere, knows everyone. Literally knows everyone. Been doing radio shows. What was the other one? Furniture for veterans. Like I said, we're all involved with helping U.S. vets right now. Once a month, we do that. Man, just all over the place. And As You Were is a good, really good favorite one of mine. And I remember we were having a conversation about the veteran women that are in prison in Florence McClure. That was a conversation we have, and I was like, wow, I wonder, if the women there are getting resources or anything like that. And what was interesting was I was like, you know what? We should, give me your book and everything. And you're like, yeah. Then I went, well, wait a minute. We need you to sign those books. We need you to sign all of them. Because you can't just give, you buy a book and don't have the author sign it. I mean, it's worth more when you sign it, But what was interesting, we thought it was 20 of them, and then we found out it was 24. So we had to get a few more books because we thought we had the wrong number. We make sure we put Nevada Women in Trades logo in there to let them know where they can reach out to us. And talking about humbling, right? That was so humbling to be able to have those 24 As You Were. And in the book, you want to talk a little bit about the book, Dixie, what's in there?
That book is about transitioning from the military, and it's for anyone who's still in, is thinking about getting out, is planning on getting out, is preparing for retirement, ETS. They've already got out. They've been out for 20, 30, 40 years. It doesn't matter. It points out all the resources. In the Kindle version, the links are live, and you can actually go straight to the resource itself from that. But it just lays out all the options that are open, how to choose where you want to live. Are you going to go back to school? Do you need to have a physical campus, or can you do an online degree? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want a brick and mortar? Do you want online? Do you want to do a starter business, what I call mini franchises, network marketing? That's my particular thing, is network marketing companies. I've been involved with them, direct sales and network marketing for over 50 years now. That's my play money. That's how I can afford to take my cruises. So.
True fact. She goes on a lot of cruises, everybody. I said one of these times I'm gonna have to go with her. Enjoy. She does at least 3 a year, something like that. At least
two, sometimes 3. This year it'll be 3 because Carnival changed their rules, and because I'm going with the Camouflage Sisters in the spring, I can't do another spring cruise before the deadline, which just happens to be on my birthday next year. They're changing their loyalty rewards program. And in order to get enough days for that next tier, I needed 3 more days. So Cindy and I are doing a 5-day cruise out of Long Beach here next month.
Ooh, yes. Perfect weather too. Perfect weather.
Yeah.
Yes. So we had Dixie sign all those books and everything. and it's not a big one. What is it? Probably 3 inches by 5 or something like that. It's not a very big size, right? As You Were. Nice.
It's 4 by 6. It's a pocket book.
Yes. Perfect size. And
And it gives you what you need to know. It's like Donna always calls it the cliff notes. It isn't like these big volumes that some of the guys are writing that, I mean, goes into so much detail and so much of their story. And, I give the information that you need and where to find, further information if you need it.
yeah,
I'm not
that
here to
Army
tell,
way.
war stories and tall tales.
Like I said, that's that Army way. Go straight to it. Whoop.
Too
Straight
much
to it.
time as a platoon sergeant and first sergeant. What can I say?
Yes, yes, and it was a beautiful idea, and we were able to bring the books out there and to be able to donate those to the 24 veteran women that were out there, and which is a beautiful, humbling thing that we did, and I'm very grateful for you for helping me with that with what we did. I think it was very helpful for them to let them know that we're here and you're not forgotten. You're not forgot about, and
Exactly.
you know,
You're not invisible. We see you.
yes, we see all of you veteran women out here. We do, and those that are serving too. So not just the veteran women, all the women that are served or have served. Let's put it that way. Yes, beautiful
If
thing,
you
and
put on the uniform.
that's the part, you know. Um, and I know. So, what new are you doing? What new things are you doing? Because you're besides writing, I know you're always up to something.
Well, the Women Veterans of Nevada are sponsoring the Large Vision Business Networking Mixer for the rest of this year and next year. And so I'm coordinating because they get 2 tables as sponsors. One will be used by the women veterans themselves. The other is being offered to members who are business or nonprofit owners. And so I'm coordinating that. Um, I also help organize the Red, White, and Blue Expo in November each year. We get a color guard from one of the JROTC high schools. Um, I try to get a woman veteran to sing the national anthem if they're not already booked, which quite often happens because they're good singers. um, it's going to get the women veterans more visible in the community is what's going to happen with that. So I'm working with that. As you said, I'm working on books. Give me a second. Let me pull up some.
I was hoping you were going to
Each
do
book has
that.
its own clipboard.
Okay.
Community book projects is letters of encouragement, and mine is for women veterans that I'm working on, and it'll be a full chapter for that. I'm doing another little freebie that'll be available soon, 30 Days of Self-Care. I have another one of putting your needs first. In other words, taking care of yourself and making sure you're all right. Another book on, I call it your journey to greater happiness. Just getting yourself in a good place. I'm also working on a history of military police women called Give That Girl a Gun. And there'll be an activity book coming out for women veterans that will have coloring pages and, all sorts of little things in it. I have so many ideas. So like I say, each one has its own clipboard.
That is so
And they sit right
beautiful.
here next to my desk.
It is. It's so beautiful because again, when I met you and you let me again the tables too that the tables is where we met at. You was like, I got a table for Nevada Women Trades and everything, but it's you're inspiring for the rest of us too. I mean, look how many things I'm involved in now, right? You're involved both the DAV chapter, chapter 13, right? We're both in, which is very important to be involved with disabled veteran and get involved with that. And wherever a chapter is close to you is very important to be playing. I just think it's important for us to, those that are, and I'm not saying everybody can be there and do things, but I do know that Vietnam veterans are getting sick. Things are happening, just like World War I, World War II veterans, right? Korean War veterans, and I just think that we that are coming in here behind you need to step up and do our part, because it seems to me like a lot of the doers are the Vietnam veterans that just hit the ground running and are doing things,
They came home to quite a mess. They were not welcomed home at the beginning. I served during that time. I am a life member of the Vietnam Veterans of America. I don't know how some of them made it through, really. But they have become a really strong group. And yes, they're very active in supporting other veterans to make sure that they are not greeted the same way that they were. I sit on the boards for the women veterans. I sit on, of course, the board for our Nevada Sisters United. I sit on the board for my MP Battalion Association. You have to be involved. Along with all that, I'm a life member of the American Legion, DAV. I don't know. I'm a life member of Camouflage Sisters, the Women Veterans Alliance. You have to know what's going on, and you need to do what you can to help.
Yes, you do. And we can tap into the homeless for women veterans and housing. That's a big thing that me and you and Donna have been working on too, is because there's not a lot of housing. I mean, they can say, okay, yeah, there's housing with co-eds, but we're talking about veterans having their own housing space.
They need to have a dedicated location.
Yes. There's a lot going on, and a lot of sexual trauma that happened with some of us women and that, and you just don't want to deal with that, having a guy brush up on you or anything like that. You want to be able to go to your room and just, there you go, not have to go through landmines to get to your room. You don't want to have to do all that every day. And so,
well, that's why they're building a separate facility at the VA here for the women. It'll be in a separate building, because right now you go in the door and you have to go up the elevators. You have to go clear to the back of the building. And for some women, that's kind of a traumatic trip.
Yes, it is. Yeah, okay. I know they were talking about building, but I didn't know that things were all in the works. I know they were talking about it, but I haven't heard anything about it the groundbreaking or any pictures or anything like that. So that's good. You heard some other better news. That's good. It's very important that, because again, we're owed that. I don't know how else to say it, and people, oh, well, you think this, or no, I'm owed it. I mean, we served.
I earned it. I'm not owed it. I earned it.
It earned it too. Yes, that part, so, and again, being with you and Donna has really opened up my eyes, even with veteran court too, district veteran court, municipal justice. It's important there too that we support those courts and get the right people in there too.
Exactly.
Because that's sometimes a problem too.
The veteran courts really need a judge who is a veteran to be sitting in them. That doesn't always happen. Mark Stevens really started that movement here in Clark County. Yes, and he did a wonderful job for many years before he retired. he probably ran one of the best courts, veteran courts that I've ever seen.
I agree. I agree. I got a chance to see him in action before he retired. Yes, I agree. I even went up to him too, and I said, "Wow, are you planning on going back and retiring?" And he was like, "No." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, we kind of need you. We kind of need you." And we're not. I guess I'm not trying to say judges. There's not judges that are good, but I. It's just the understanding and being in that space, almost like when you have a drug counselor that's never did drugs or never did anything, and then all of a sudden they're a drug counselor because they don't got their masters, and they're trying to tell you about how it is, and you're like, okay, how?
Takes a veteran to understand a veteran.
It does. Oh yes, totally agree with you on that right there. And the language and everything else, it's yeah, it does take that. So well, we're gonna see if she comes back in a quick minute here. If not, we will be okay too. There she goes, back. Hey,
Not sure what happened, but hey, we deal
hey,
with it. We move forward.
do we do the deke? That's what you learn in the military, everybody. You adjust and you move on. But
Yep.
it's almost
Adapt
like
and
we got our own
advance.
language too, right? It's really just like now,
We
right?
do. We do.
We didn't skip a beat, right? We just kept on moving with it, and it's kind of because when I get in these courtrooms and I'm watching and sometimes I'm not happy with how things are being said and how I'm not saying we should have special treatment or we should, but I still think there's a level of respect that should be there.
We have done something that 98% of the population never does.
Woo. Can we repeat that one again? Because and even about when they say, "Oh, thank you for your service," and now I catch myself kind of like listening to how they say it. Do they look me in the eye? Or, because there's a certain way, because you can tell if it's just sarcastic, right? "Oh, thank you for your service." And you're like, wow, you could have held that breath, but when they're sincere.
Telling a veteran, thank you for your service, is almost an insult because we don't go in there to get thanks. We don't go in there to get glory or honor or any of this shit. We're there to serve our country. Pardon my language. Too many years in the Army. We are there to serve our country, to help others. And that's why you find so many veterans, once they're out, whether they did 2 years, 20, 50, they're still serving. They're still doing something for their fellow veterans and for the community and for their country.
We are. We are. We are. I have a good friend that just she went over to Kuwait, and I made sure I text her. She's a sergeant first class too, which is pretty good. She's Army.
Nice.
Yeah. But then when we had all that little skedaddle stuff that was going on over there, it was, and then I didn't hear from her for almost 3 weeks, and that was scary for me. Not hear from her, to know, oh my gosh, what's going on with her and everything. And then when I would text her, I would not even talk about anything negative. How's it going? Happy Mother's Day, happy Thanksgiving, Christmas. We all even send us, which you took part in it too. We sent her a box with some. It's interesting. She wanted towels, things to wash her clothes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Most people want candy, and you're like, no.
Well, everybody thinks that when you're in a situation like that, send candy, send snacks. That's not what you need when you're there. It's the little everyday things that we're so used to here that aren't available in other countries. Yeah. It's a little wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son served in Iraq and Afghanistan, so I know about the worrying when somebody's over there.
Yeah. I would text her pretty often. And she has a baby too, and that. So that had to
Mm.
been hard to do that. And what's so nice is she came back with the flag that they retired from over there. And oh my God, I was
Ah.
crying. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, because I never received a flag. That's one of the things that I want for my dad. He was Korean War veteran, passed away, and he didn't do the VA either. And then plus the records burnt right in the fire. So I've been really working on wanting to get his
Oh,
flag.
they keep talking about that fire, and yes, there were some records lost, but not near as many as they try to claim, so that they don't have to do the work.
That's what I feel is going on. And I've been trying for a while, and then I go through it, then I stop, then I start again, then I go through it because I hit a wall again. And it's really, I mean, he deserves it. He earned it, as you said, and I want his flag. I want it, and I'm working on it. He's buried in Chicago and all of that. And what is sad that his family, I said his family, put him in a shallow grave. Didn't even bury him right, or no headstone either. And I was like, wow. So me and my brother, who I met on Ancestry.com, he's a Coast Guard, and we got him a headstone and went out there. And so, but now I want his flag now. Now I want to finish it, So he's owed that and earned it, as you say. Yes. So any last words, Dixie? Any last words or any thoughts?
Carry on camping. Just keep moving forward. Um, that's all any of us can do. Uh, you do what you can for who you can, when you can. Uh, that's what I do. I do what I can, when I can, for whoever I can. And since my thing is words, the books are a natural outcome of that.
Yes, that's in your space. So one more time, can you please give them the Amazon information for your books and
just go into Amazon, click down to the books category, and put in Dixie Thompson, Thompson. And the book should pop up. And since I have a new one, it should be right at the top right now.
Yes. And we also can help with housing. We have a few places, right, Dixie, for housing for women.
Mm-hmm.
We can help you with your claims and things of that sort. Even if you need some clothes and furniture, we can probably round some of that up too, if you need that. We just want all the women veterans and those that are serving that. We're here for you. We're here for you. We're not going nowhere. We're a voice for you. And then plus, forgot about Nevada Women in Trades, helping them on the other side with job training and all that too. You can get a hold of me at Nevada spelled out WIT.org. That's NevadaWit.org. You can get on my website. You can email me at info at Nevada spelled out WIT.org. And we actually answer our emails and our phones and all that good stuff. But if you're really out here needing some services, please contact one of us and let us know. And we'll do what we can, if we can, to help out.
In my case, Sgt Dixie, as you see it on the screen, but without the space between the SGT and Dixie, at
gmail.com is what she's saying. So Sgt Dixie Sergeant without the space at gmail.com. And again, we're here for you. We're here for you, veterans, and just continue pushing, continue moving, and we're here. We're here for those that don't have a voice. So just thank everybody here that's on here listening to us, and join us again every first and third Wednesday at 7 p.m. Evelyn's Roundtable on YouTube. And again, our mission is for all women to hold hands as we rise. Thank you all.
This podcast is brought to you by Envision U. Envision U has discovered how to impact spirit, body, and soul with spray technology in just 30 seconds. With Envision U, you can achieve optimal health and start living the life you have always dreamed of. Use the promo code envisinu.com/VernDix to take control of your health naturally. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.